Guys, welcome back to my sewing corner. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video, and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, and like our page. Follow us on Facebook as well at Amazing Sewing Corner. Today's tutorial is going to be a very quick one, and it's a very simple DIY, and it was requested by one of us, so I'm just going to be showing us how to make it in this tutorial. Okay, if you are interested in learning it, this is the picture. Stay tuned and watch till the end. Okay, the measurements you will need for this project to make this bodice or this top: you will need the length of your top, you need your shoulder line. You're going to be adding 2 inches to 4 inches depending on the size of your client, okay, or depending on your size. So you're going to be, that's what you're going to use to fold your fabric. Your shoulder line, your shoulder measurement plus 2 to 4 inches, okay. So you will need your shoulder to underbust length. That is where the first rope that will be at the side will be, and then your shoulder to hip line, that's where the second rope will be. And shoulder to hip line is not your hips directly, is where your body's length ends, okay, where your normal top ends, okay. So which is like 5 to 8 inches before the normal length of this top. You know, this top is more of a long one, okay, it's longer than normal bodies, okay, depending on your taste, okay. Then also we're going to be inserting a front pocket to it, which will be like 5 inches away from the length of the top. So without wasting time, let's just go straight to drafting it. I'm going to be using this Guinea fabric to draft it. It's a leftover fabric that I have, so I'm just going to be using it to illustrate, to draft it, and I'll show us how to also sew it. My fabric, I have 4 layers of fabric here, so that means I folded 2 of the same measurement, okay, into 2 again, so making it 4 layers, okay. And the width I have here is, I have 10 inches here. Actually my shoulder line is 8 inches, so like I said, I'm going to be adding 2 to 4 inches depending on how you want it, but do not make it too much, okay, so that it doesn't lose the thickness. It's meant to still have a bit of, you know, shape. She don't just fall off. Even it won't even be firm if you make it too wide, okay. So for me, I added 2 inches plus quarter inches, actually meant to be ½ inch, to be able to turn this extreme end with my bias strip, because I'm not going to be lining it. And also this kind of top, you're meant to put on an underwear. Of course, somebody will tell you that, you know, you're going to be looking like a, let me not talk, you're not going to look the best, okay. So you should put on your underwear. The next thing you will do, you separate it, because you're going to be cutting different neckline for the front and the back, okay. So I'm going to separate it now. It's the same width that you use for the front and the back. That is what I mean. You're not going to separate, there's no zip allowance in this one, so it's the same thing you cut for the back. And there's no ceremony in this top. It's a very simple DIY. You don't need all these instruments for sewing to be able to do this one, from what I saw, okay. You can just pick up your scarf at home and do it. It's very, very simple. It's a very easy DIY, okay. So now that I have both layers separated, as you can see, this one is for the back and this is for the front, okay. So next thing, I'll just measure my neck width. I'm going to go with 4 inches. I hope you can see that. And for the depth for the back, I'm going to be going with 1.5 inches for the back, okay. And for the front, I'll go with, you know, it has 2 types of neckline. There's the round and then the V neck, okay. So for the round neckline, I'm going to use 2 inches, and for the V neckline, I'll come down by that 2 inches, and I'm going to give it 4 inches depth, okay. I hope you can see it. So the next thing is to just connect my round neck first, okay, like so, and then just mark any point like 2 inches or 1 inch from this your round neck. Let's mark 1 inch, okay, or let me say 1.5, okay, so that it's a bit wide, and then I'll connect it to the V neck depth. Can you see that? Okay. Then for the back, the same thing, 4 inches for the width, okay, and I took 1.5 for the depth, so I'll just connect it like so. That's it. Come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, okay, and then you connect it so to your neckline, okay, because you know our shoulders are not straight, so we're just going to connect our shoulder slope like so. And that is all you need to take on this bodice. So let's just go ahead and cut it out. So you can start by cutting the neck, the round neck first. I hope you can all see it. Okay. Okay, and then you cut the V neckline. Okay, so then for the back as well. Okay, then I'll also need to cut my shoulder slope. So now this is what we have. Let me open it up for us to see. This is the back bodice. You see, it's just going to be straight like this. There's no need to shape it at the sides. That's how it's going to be. We're going to attach rope to the sides at the underbust level and at your normal bodice length level. If this top is longer than your normal bodice length, definitely you have an initial one, which is your normal bodice length. For instance, your normal bodice length is 25 inches. For this, you can decide to use 28 inches or 30 inches. So definitely on that 25 inches is what you're going to you're going to attach the other rope to. Okay, so this is the back bodice and this is the front bodice. Can you see? So this is what we have for the front neckline and the sides as well. So the next thing you want to do is to mark where your pockets will be for the front. The pockets will be on the front, bodice. Okay, so now you're going to mark 5 inches upward from the base of your top. Okay, I don't want to use my marker, so I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil because this is the right side. So you're going to go ahead and mark. You still have your hemming allowance here, so consider that if you're going to use 1/2 inch or 1 inch for the hemming, you add it to the measurement you're taking. Okay, so you mark it. You first determine the length of your pocket before you cut your pocket. Press it well. Use your iron to press it so that it will be very pronounced. And by the time you open it, you just draw a straight line across it. So mine is a bit pronounced now, so I'm just going to grab my ruler and use my pencil. Okay, because a tailor's chalk will not be obvious, will not be visible on this mine. Okay, so that I can get the midpoint of this mine. I want to get the center line for the front. Okay, so this is it. Then this is the 5 inches I marked. Can we all see it? The 5 inches. That plus my hemming allowance. Okay, so now you can determine the length of your pocket, how long you want it to be. So you can use from 10 to 12 inches depending on how you want it. So if I want to use 12 inches for this one, I'm going to place my 12 inches on this 5 inches I marked upwards, like so. So that means my pockets will start from this point. Can you see that? So this 12 inches includes my allowance and everything. This is where my pockets will stay. So it all depends on how you want it. You can try to come down by, let's say, use 10 inches for the length of your pocket. Okay, we've already marked out the length of our pocket, so let's now draft our pockets to know how wide it will be before we take the measurements of the bodies. Okay, you need to consider the width of the base first before you shaping the upper part of the pocket. Okay, so for the base I'm going to be using 10 inches. Okay, I'm going to be using, that means on fold I will have 5 inches. By the time I open it, I'll get the 10 inches back. So I'm folding my fabric so that I can get the sides equal. We're still going to shape it. Can you see the way the up part is? That will give allowance, that will make your hand go in. So, and I want it to be equal, so then I'm going to be cutting on fold. Length, I already determined the length of my pockets there. So the length, like I said, I'm working with 12 inches, but I'm going to give 1/2 inch allowance here to finish the base, or if it's going to be the upper part, I'm going to both give them 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'll place my, can you see? Oh, sorry. So this is where my pocket will start from. So I give it 1/2 inch allowance. I'm going to place my tape rule on that 1/2 inch, and I'll mark out the length of my pocket, which is 12 inches. Okay, then I'll give another 1/2 inch for that to sew that part. Okay, so in total I'm going to be marking 13 inches. That is what it means. Okay, Then for the size, like I said, I want to use 5 inches. That's 10, 5 unfold. So I'm going to also add half inch on both sides. That means I'm going to be marking out 6 inches, because half for sewing on this side and half for the other side. No, it's unfold. So I'm going to mark out for the width. I'm going to mark out 6 inches, which is in total 12 inches. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mark it out. 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, and I'll cut it out for us to see. Now, let's now shape the pocket the way it is. Okay. So this is going to be the base of my pocket. Okay. This is the base, this is the top. Okay. So for the top, you come in by at the sides. You can leave from 2 to 3 inches. You know, it's unfold. Then that'll be 4 to 6 inches if you unfold it. So this is what this is. I'm going to mark 3 inches. That means I'm using 6 inches. Okay, so don't make it more than that, so that it will have that shape. So from 2 to 3 inches, you come in here from 2 to 3 inches, depending on how you want it and your size, because so that your hand will be able to go in properly. And then from the base, you come up by, please don't, you can start from here, but consider your ½ inch, or you just start from your ½ inch. Okay, you start marking your measurement from your ½ inch. So I'm just going to come up by 5 inches. Okay, so from this point, I'm going to draw a curved line. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose ruler to do that, so that it will be perfect. If you don't have it, just use your free hand. Okay, it's not a must. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a DIY thing, something you can do even without professional. So this is what I have. Now I'll go ahead and cut it out for us to see. So this is what I have for the pockets. Okay, can we all see it? So you can decide to use your ribbon to turn this part, and we gave allowance for this place, so you can fold it in after you've turned this part as well. Okay, so that it will be neat. Okay, you fold it twice using the allowance you gave. You gave ½ inch, so you can just use your ribbon as well to turn it in. Okay, one thing you can as well do is to fold this back and make sure that your center line is very pronounced. You can see it. Okay, maybe you iron this part so that the center of this your pocket will be pronounced and it can meet with the center of the bodice. Okay, you can take your ruler and rule it so that your pencil mark will still be there even if the line disappears. Okay, so this is it. There's the center, and then you come over here. I hope we can all see it. Okay, so you come here and then you fold in your allowance. You must have turned this with your ribbon. You must have turned your base, and if you don't want to turn it, no problem, but it depends on the material you're using. If it's the material that frills easily, it will be frilling inside of your pocket, so make sure that part is neat. Or better still, just fold it twice. If you want to do that, you give the allowance, that will be enough. And make sure that this your line meets with the center line, so that it will be equal. And then you place a stitch on it like so. You come here as well, you turn it in twice, place a stitch on it. You'll have turned this place, you're not stitching this part. This part is going to be open. This is where your hand will enter in for the pocket. Okay, you turn this part as well, and then you turn the upper part as well. Okay, so that is what you have for your pocket. It all depends on how you want it. You can decide to make it smaller, you can decide to make it bigger. It's all your taste. Okay, so with that being said, we will now come to the rope that we're going to be inserting on the sides. Okay, so by the time you've inserted, you must have inserted your pockets to the front bodies before you start to put the rope, so that it will be easy. Okay, so let me pin this down so that we can assume we have done that. So I'll just go ahead and pin this down to the fabric. You're going to place your back bodice on it, you'll have turned your neckline. Okay, make sure you have turned it with a bias tape, your ribbon, or you cut a facing for it from your fabric or any fabric you have. Okay, and then you place the back body so that you can join the shoulder line together. So you join the shoulder lines. Okay, so already I'm showing you how to sew it as well. Okay, then like I said earlier, after you've joined your shoulder line, you come and you mark your under bust length. Okay, so it all depends. If your under bust is 14, you come here and you mark it, your normal body's length. Okay, you come down and you mark that as well. So those points that you marked, you're going to cut a rope of 4 to 7 inches. Now, how do you determine that rope? What I feel they do is to take out the left from your measurement. What we used for this side is the shoulder line plus 2 inches. Okay, that is 10 inches. And for instance, if my bust is 12 inches, you'll be left with 2 inches to make up for the sides. Okay, so that the bust will be able to meet. Okay, so what they do is that you have 2 inches for the front and then 2 inches for the back. So, and then you still stitch it to the fabric. You stitch the rope to the fabric. Okay, so that means you're going to give it half inch allowance, which is 5 in total. So if you cut your rope to be like 4 to 6 inches, it is still fine. You can adjust it afterwards. So how do you attach the rope? I'm going to cut it and show you how to attach it to this fabric. Okay, so here I have 2 ropes and this is length this is about 5 3/4. Okay, not up to 6 inches. Okay, same thing for this one too. So you fold in your rope like so. You can stitch it anyhow you know how to stitch your rope, but I'm going to be folding it twice like this, and then you fold it like this and you make your stitch on it. So then you grab the back bodies or anywhere you'll have marked your shoulder to under bust. Okay, so what you do is to place it like this. Okay, can you see? This is the right side of the fabric, so you're going to place, if you want this end part to be to be facing down. Okay, you turn it like this, and then you place it like this. Can you see? Right, I made it face the other side, and you run your stitch on it. You're not going to be sewing this side, so all you need to do basically is to have turned this part. Okay, this is going to be open. The sides of this bodice of this top is going to be open. So what you need to do is to just make sure you have turned your sides. After sewing the neckline, turn all the sides. You leave the base. Okay, don't join the sides together. It's just a shoulder line that you need to join, and your pockets. That is all you need to join. So you just turn the sides, this straight side, just turn it with your bias tape or your ribbon, or if you want to use a lining, go ahead and use it. So what you do next is just to place this. This is going to be neat. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be rough like this. Then you just place it. This is the extreme parts of the body. So you place the wider part of the longer part of the rope will face inwards like this. Okay, don't make that mistake, and you run a stitch on it. Okay, then let me pin it down. So that way the stitch will be inside. Okay, you see, it will not show on the side that you have a stitch on it. Then you come over to this other side. Okay, and you also stitch it. Can you see? Let me just pin it as well. Okay, so by the time we turn, let me pin all of this side so that it will be clear now. So I'm pinning the shoulder line now. Then I'll pin the other side too. Okay, so this is what. Let me turn it to the other side, to the right side, so that you can see what you have. this is what you have on the right side. Can you see that now? So there won't be any stitch showing and your work is going to be neat because you'll have hidden the stitch behind, okay, at the wrong side of your fabric. So you do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now for the hip line, if your hip line is wider than your bust circumference, so let's say for instance your hips is 50 inches and your bust, like we did for this one, is 48 inches, so that means you will need about 3 inches to make up for what you did not add to the sides of your bodice. I hope you understand. So doing that, you need to increase the length of your rope, okay, so that way it can make up for the hip side, okay, so that it's not going to be the same rope that you cut for this side that you cut for the other side, except you have the same measurement that you're taking on your underbust and also your hip line. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope the lady who requested for this video will find it useful, and you other people to watching it, I hope you find it useful as well. So if you do like this video, and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.